Do you guys remember your art and craft classes from the good old preschool days? Golden times, weren't they? Do you remember when your teacher used to ask you to tear bits and pieces of paper from a newspaper or a magazine and stick them close to one another to form a beautiful looking composition? Well, that is actually the traditional method of making a collage. And well, you can say that that is actually where the roots of the present day modern digital collage dates back to. Nowadays, everyone from an artist, designer, illustrator, fashion media expert, blogger, entrepreneur, or a content creator makes digital collage art either as a hobby or as a profession. Visual content for social media, artwork, packaging, posters are just some of the numerous applications of this modern day art form. So what exactly is digital collage art? Basically, it is a form of graphic art that uses visual imagery and textures from different sources, pieced and layered together into one final assembled image, maybe using a software or an app. It includes elements like photos, textures, cutouts, doodles, photo manipulation, and composting. Basically, it is abstract in nature and is created and presented as the artist's own observations of the world around them. It doesn't necessarily have to escape the reality, but it shapes everyone's views of the same and creates their own interpretations. Well, the long and short of all that I've explained so far is a digital collage graphic art is basically an amalgamation of the old or the traditional collage making technique, a slight touch of experimentation, and a whole lot intervention of technology. Now, let me quickly give you guys a quick demo on how to easily create a digital collage on an app or a digital platform like Picsart, especially if you're a beginner. So you can type in the address bar www.picsart.com/create, which will bring you to the home page. And here, all you need to do is either sign in or log in, and then you can click on New Project. When you click on New Project, you will be directed to another tab. And this is what your workspace looks like. So first we need to select a canvas. A canvas basically means a background like the square on which we will be creating an artwork. There are so many options available here out of which you can choose and create your own canvas. You can also have customized canvas as per the dimensions that you choose here based on the number selection. So for the time being, let us work on the square canvas. Now to start with our artwork, first we need to go to the section called stickers, as you can see on the left side of the menu. When you click on stickers, you can see there are a lot of headings which are available here. And under each of the headings, there are different images available. If you want, you can explore with the available images. Else, you can type your own. So let's go and search for pillars. Now you can scroll down through these options and then select the one that you like. It is going to be a time-taking process because it requires a lot of planning and brainstorming, because you need to create a strong-looking visual content, maybe in the form of a story or a concept, or you need to have an inspiration. So it is never done randomly. It requires a lot of planning. But for the time being, because I'm showing you guys a quick demo, so I'm going to take up stuff which I'm easily able to find. For example, I want this particular image of the pillar. So when I click on this, you will see the image will appear here on the right side on top of the canvas. So this is the image here. Now you can increase or decrease the size of the image by dragging it from the corners. Never do it from sideways or from bottom and up, because that will create a disorientation. So you can fit it according to your needs. Just make sure it is relevant to your artwork and the canvas that you have taken. So fitting can be done depending on your personal choice and your preference, of course, since you are the artist, so you get to take that decision. Now, let's say I want a Greek figure, more like a statue or something. So let's say I'll take this one, for example. So you see, this one also got transferred here. Now, if you see, I can move it up and down, and I can play with layers. Now, what do I mean by layers? Layers means by default, this has come on top of the pillar image. But let's say you want this particular statue to go behind the pillar. So what you need to do, go to the right sidebar and just drag the image which you want below or behind, like this. And you see here that reflects in the results. So the image of the statue went right below or right behind the image of the pillar. If you want it in the front, again, you just need to drag it on top of the pillar image. And here it comes in the front. And again, as usual, you can play around with the sizing. And of course, you can also explore with the positioning or the placement. So I want it to appear as if he's sitting right on the edge of the pillar. And this is how I have created it. Now let's say I want to use a background like a fantasy oriented sky or something of that sort. So now you will see this picture will come right in front of both the images already there on the canvas. So you see, it has come right in front of the pillar image as well as the statue image. But I want it at the extreme back. So what I'm going to do, I'll go to the right side, drag the image below both the previous images. And now you see how it has got placed. So now you can adjust and fit it according to your taste. And that reflects here, right? Now, what else can we take? Let's see. Can we add something related to psychedelic, like a psychedelic eye? So here you can see there are a lot of options based on psychedelic. Now you have to be very specific in terms of keywords. Now when I type psychedelic, I'm not getting psychedelic eye. It is showing me varied categories of different objects, right? So you have to be very, very specific. Now if I want psychedelic eye, I have to clearly mention it here as psychedelic eye. Then I'm going to get a lot of options under that particular category, as you can see it right here. So this is what it looks like. And I can take something which I feel would fit in this particular composition. Let's say something like this, which would be more like, you can say an abstract sun, or maybe like a weird looking planet or something. So yeah, here it is. All you need to do is just adjust the size, keeping basic proportion and scale in mind. And again, placement is totally up to you. Now again, as you can see here, it is coming right in front of the pillar. Let's say I want it half in front and half behind the pillar. So again, I will be playing with layers. Because I want it right behind the pillar, So I'm going to drag it and place it below the pillar image. So as you can see here now, this popping out right from the right in front of the pillar. Yeah, and this is how you can create any kind of an artwork. Here, basically, all I was trying to show is the technique that is used in creating the composition. It is all about piecing. Piecing means you are piecing out images and you're using them. And the second technique is layering. That means you're placing things one on top of the other, below the other, behind the other, in front, back, side. And that is how you explore and you create any kind of composition. So this is it. But please make sure you note a fact that this demo was to give you guys a starting point, especially if you're a beginner. But if you want to create some kind of an artwork for your personal or commercial purpose, then this process differs slightly. I'll soon be coming up with more videos to show you how you can create strong and more aesthetic and professional looking content that you can use for commercial purpose as well as for personal purpose. Till then, keep practicing digital collage art and don't forget to tag me on my Instagram profile, Size Skill Pool. Also, do hit the subscribe button below.